Hey guys, so exactly how sure are we that Tyler Robinson is the one that actually killed Charlie Kirk? Because see, I've been like scrutinizing everything, and there's a couple things that don't make sense. I mean, first off, there was the plane that took off almost immediately after the shot, turned off its tracker, and just disappeared. We have no idea where that plane went, who was on that plane, what it was doing. Almost immediately, there was an individual who immediately came forward and said, "Oh, I'm the shooter," to give the shooter, the real shooter, time to get away. There was another guy who did the same thing. How do we know that Tyler Robinson's not just the patsy? Because I'm not going to call myself a gun guy, but I mean, I've been around enough guns, and that particular model rifle, I've actually seen one of those, held one of those. There's absolutely no way he was concealing that rifle and getting onto that campus. Because when you watch the footage, when you see the footage of him walking onto campus, he's bending his knees, so that rifle is not shoved down his pants. If that rifle was shoved down his pants and down his pants leg, he wouldn't have been able to bend his knee. It wasn't stuffed, down the front of his shirt, right, with the butt right here below his chin, with the barrel, just, coming down to above his knee. Because at one point you can see him bending. He wouldn't have been able to bend if he had that rifle stuffed down the front of him like that. And when you see that footage of him walking up the steps, he doesn't have that rifle on him. Even if he was to take the furniture off of the barrel and, break that rifle down, it's not going to fit in that backpack. Between the barrel and the chamber, it's too long. It would have poked out of the side of that backpack. You don't see him with the rifle on his way up to the building. You don't see him with the rifle as he's jumping down from the building. How did that rifle get to that roof? How did that rifle get into the woods? How did his car get back to his house if he didn't drive it back himself? Like, there's a lot of things that aren't making sense. Like, and also, unless that round deflected off of Kirk's body armor, because I've seen that theory that the round deflected and went up, I don't think that the trajectory, if from that kid's elevation shooting downward, it doesn't make sense unless, of course, like I said, it hit Kirk's body armor and deflected upwards. But it's not making sense. That kid did not have that rifle on, or going on, or off that roof.